Hello and welcome to episode 37 of my playthrough of All the Mod 7 to the Sky. Today we're going to continue along kind of doing what we did in the previous episode, what we talked about at least. And we're going to actually start getting our way all the way into making antimatter so that we can actually start knocking off some of this stuff from the ATM star. Now antimatter is going to be kind of difficult, I think, to make because what we need, well, first of all, to make antimatter, can we look at this? To make antimatter, 1 millibuckets worth, we need 1,000 millibuckets here of polonium, and that 1 millibucket turns into, well, I guess once you have 1,000 of that, turns into 1 antimatter pellet. So we need to make ourselves a ton of polonium, and the only way to make that is with solar neutron activators and nuclear waste. And our only way of getting ourselves onto some nuclear waste is by dealing with a fission reactor. So I've built myself a little platform sufficiently far away from the base so that if this thing does go into meltdown, we should be okay. With that being said, it could very well go wrong. So I've got 2 chests here. I built all of this stuff in between episodes. It didn't take me very long. I've just programmed them into AE so we can actually make all of this stuff as we need to. But we have all of our gear here. I'm just going to pull up a Notepad doc on the other monitor so I can see what I'm saying. And these are going to be like the levels of, I guess, resources that we're going to need, all right? So this one here, this diamond chest here is for the reactor, and then this one here is for the 2 boilers, because we are going to go with sodium cooled reactor so that we can make a pretty big one and not have to worry about cooling it nearly as much. It just allows us to make a bigger thing, because we do really want to make a ton of polonium relatively quickly, because we need polonium pellets for things as well. These, like, there are some things that are part of the ATM star that we need it for. So let's just quickly run through some numbers. First of all, the reactor, we need 85 of these control rod assemblies, so we got those there. The fission fuel assemblies, which are these bad boys, that's 1,020 of these. The reactor casings, we needed 333, and the reactor glass is 840. We might have slightly more, just depending on what the recipe was, but there should be everything here that we need for the reactor. And then in this chest we have the 2 boiler setups, because we are going to use 2 boilers. These are made up of 1,010 casings, 4 valves, 169 pressure dispersers, the same number of superheating elements, and it ends up being 1,010 structural glass. Did I say that right? No, sorry. 1,010 structural glass and 333 boiler casings. Sorry, I misspoke. I'm kind of saying this out loud because, well, so I can reference this if I ever go to make another Mekanism boiler. And we decided that we're going to go with a 15 by 15. So we made this little platform over here, chunk aligned. So we've got 4 chunks here that we can build with. 3 of these are going to be filled with big old multi-blocks that you really do not want them crossing this chunk border, because otherwise some funny things can happen. So that's what we've got here. I think we're just going to start by grabbing all of our stuff, or at least a lot of this stuff here, for the reactor. I'm just going to grab this stuff that's like the outline of it, because we're going to build this thing over here. So if we go F3G, this shows us the chunk borders. We're going to make a 15 by 15 reactor, which is slightly smaller than a chunk, because a chunk is 16 by 16. So that's 15 there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You can see here that there's a block before the end of the chunk. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to bang. Just make ourselves a 15 by 15 by 15. One of these things. So we're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then with our building gadget, we can do the same thing there. Now the reactor casing, needs to be used as the outline or the perimeter of our little cube and as the floor for the reactor. So that's why we're doing it with this. The rest of it can be either reactor casing or reactor glass. We're going to go with the glass just so that we can kind of see what's happening and it looks kind of cool. We definitely do not need, I guess would be the word, to use all of this stuff. Definitely could get away with just using reactor casings, but depending on like what your resource levels are, you might choose one or the other. So we're just going to fill in all of these rows and the rest of these faces with the structural glass. Probably there's like a bunch missing there. And then we're just going to do this. We'll do the last two sides. Oh, luckily using building gadgets makes this relatively easy. Another thing that we probably could do is use one of those building ones. How expensive are they? I think they called it, the wand is like an infinity wand or something like that. Infinity wand. Just another star? Pfft, easy. Just makes placing this stuff, a bit easier, as I mess it up. Okay, I'll just vein mine that. Alright, this is really hard to see with it nighttime, isn't it? Let's quickly sleep. There we go, the daylight makes it a bit easier to see what we're doing. Let's just fill in this last side with this glass and not mess it up again. Bang, and there. Alright, cool. We have extra glass here because that's going to be the roof. And there were extra casings. That's what I mean when I said I might have extra inside of the thing just because of the crafting recipes, but that's that. Let's grab the fission fuel assemblies and the control rod assemblies. And these are going to be the things that hold onto the fizzle fuel, I think it's called. But yeah, so this just needs to get placed in a checkered pattern inside of here, which is a little bit tedious, but shouldn't be too bad. And so long as I didn't mess up how I'm doing this pattern, we should be able to use every single one of these. There should be 1,020 in here. I should have checked that there's not actually technically one in the corner like that. But I don't know. I did this all in a test world. We'll probably have to go look at that in a second. If I all of a sudden have like a silly amount of this stuff left over. That's that. Actually, we can probably check it with the copy gadget. The copy paste gadget will make it really easy to test this because I can look at the numbers of things involved. This first layer is the most time consuming because obviously it's kind of tedious. Like there, I misplaced one. But once we have the first layer, that's why I also made this infinity wand, since we have the resources for it, because it can do this, and see how it followed the pattern? Makes life really, really easy. There and there, we stopped one short of the top. I have 12 left over. Let's grab that copy gadget, because I'm like 90% sure I might have messed this up. Because 12 seems like a little bit too big of a number. So we're going to go shift right click on that one. No, sorry, right click on that one, opposite corner, shift right click, and then we click on this. Yeah, there's only 1,008 in there. Alright, I did mess up this pattern. Let's break all of these out of here. Okay, so for future reference, we start in the corner. That's how we build this out. Because otherwise you don't fit the same amount of these assemblies in the machine. Not that it really matters, because we're not actually going to be... So each one of these allows you to like use up a millibucket's worth of fizzle fuel. I don't know that we're going to get to that point, but you know, this is the blueprint that I kind of came up with, partly inspired by Threefold, but I think we'll kind of figure it out a little bit. But yeah, this is just kind of what I went with. Seems to work. It's not horrible, especially in the testing world. I didn't get it to blow up, which I tried to. I definitely tried to get it to blow up, but everything is working in that, which is a good sign. Means we can actually, you know, build this in our world without any worries of blowing up my actual base, even though we are still a fair ways away. And there's not a leftover. Cool. Because I'm pretty sure radiation spills out 5 chunks, so I think we're 7 chunks away from our base. So even if this does explode, it shouldn't technically affect us. But, you know, it doesn't hurt to be safe. Alright, let's get on these control rod assemblies. These things kind of annoying to place, same as our first row, but they go here. Also, keep in mind, we did build that big reactors. The control rod assemblies go on the outside level of that reactor. On this one, they do actually need to live on the inside of the cube that we made. Not entirely sure why, but there we go. They need to be on the inside, and then we'll be able to top this off with structural glass, or reactor glass, sorry, not structural glass. But we will be short the glass here in a second, because we do need to pull out some of these to place in our valves, which will be the last thing that we do. Bang, bang. Yeah, see? There we go. We're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. I might just, because we can, make another 5 and just fill this in. I'm pretty sure you're super annoying to make, aren't you, because you use enriched iron. Never mind, let's not do that. I'm going to put our valves in. We need those from over here. We have 6 of these. I'm pretty sure we only needed 5. We're going to put one up here as an input one. And then over here, we're going to go 1 there. We're going to go 2, 3, 4 on the 4th one, I think it is how I want to do this. Bang. Actually, that really doesn't matter how I do that. So we'll just go there. That goes there. The other ones that we need to deal with is going to be our waste, which can go there. So that's going to be where our nuclear waste comes out from. That's our, what's it called? That's our sodium input, our coolant input. Why are you not a formed multi-block? Oh, right, because it's a glass. This isn't closed up as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I need one more. Okay, so sodium in, nuclear waste out, coolant in, coolant out. Yeah, that should be everything I need. I'm pretty sure. So what if I block you off? You become this. So coolant in, coolant out. Ah, fuel in. Fuel in is what I'm missing. Fuel in. Ooh, this is actually going to be kind of an interesting setup. Now, let's go, if that's going to be the case, let's go fuel in over here, and then waste out over here. Right, okay. So that should work. Our generation of fuel shouldn't be that difficult to make. So you stay as input. I need to get our configurator to actually like mark these. So you go output waste, output coolant, input. Okay. So you're an input, your output waste. And you're going to be, let's go out the top, output coolant, and then your input. All right, so that is the reactor itself fully formed. Once I put that piece of glass back in up the top. Bang. The particles would show there, but I have the particles turned off. And you can also just right click on it. Double check. That is that. Cool. Nice. So let's start getting sodium into this thing, because this is going to be a sodium cooled, while we build our boilers, because this is going to take a while to fill up. I'm pretty sure this thing holds like 300,000 millibuckets or something. The way that we're going to do this, honestly, is probably just going to be with some quantum entangler porters. Need another one of you. And you're going to take a while to craft. Cool, there we go. Quantum entangler porter. I'm going to need an interface to pull the sodium out. And let's check how much we have. That's why I have the other thermoelectric boilers going. That other episode as well was so that we can make more sodium. We're about halfway there. That's about half the sodium that we needed. It's about half the sodium. Do I make more of these things? Or do I upgrade you? What upgrades do you have? You're fully upgraded. I might need to make more of this to make more sodium. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think another 1 or 2 of these will probably be in order. Because sodium is going to be quite necessary here. Alright, let's find a spot that has channels available. It looks like down below has channels available. I really should fix this setup. I need smart cables. Alright, so we're going to go smart cable to an interface. The interface is going to stock sodium. The sodium gas is what we want, not liquid sodium. You just max you out. And then that's going to go into a quantum entangler porter. I'm pretty sure we can go directly into it. We're going to get a new thing here, a new channel, and we're just going to call it sodium. Bang. And now I don't know actually if this can auto input. I know it can auto eject. I don't know that it can pull. So what I might do actually is I'll move this out one, bang, and get a pressurized pipe or whatever it's called, pressurized tube to go there, and then we go pull, and that should now be filling up with sodium. Yeah, cool. This thing has an internal buffer of sodium. Sweet. Okay, so that's going into that. Yeah, right. Yeah, cool. You're accepting it. Nice. And the quantum entangler porter. Thank goodness we have this thing. Lets us send like chemicals, liquids, items through the world to where we need them. So I'm gonna set you to sodium. Hook up some pipes and start pulling that into the reactor. You can see here this thing is filling up. Okay, so it's not 300,000, it's 300 million. That's going to take a while to fill up. And this is not going to be able to be activated until this is full. Or at least not safely. How much sodium do we have in the system? I didn't look properly. Was that 167,000 buckets? If it's 167,000 buckets, we're okay. Yeah, it is buckets. Okay, cool. That's about halfway, though, to what we need. It's really not enough. But that'll work. I'm probably just going to leave that for the time being and just kind of let it slowly fill up. We can probably accelerator it, but I don't think we will. I should probably make a sleeping bag so that I can sleep over here. Okay, it's back to daylight. That's fine. We can live with that, I think. Bang. Let's put this stuff away. Fission reactor port. I don't need that one. Alright, so now we're going to start building a boiler. Let's build out the first one kind of together, and then we can talk about what this thing is going to do. Can I fit all of this stuff in my inventory? Ooh, just not the glass. Alright, that's fine. I can probably... I'm very close, but not quite. Alright. This thing is going to be pretty much exactly the same. It's going to be a 15 by 15. Bang, bang, and then there. So we can double check this F3G. Yeah, just one away from that. It's the same outline as the regular reactor, but we can use, on this one at least, we can use structural glass as the base. So we don't need to fill in the base of this with these boiler casings. Oh, we might actually. I think I factored that in. Let's just do it. Doesn't hurt to do it this way. I wasn't going to. We're going to have too much glass now, but we did make these, so we may as well just use them. And then the glass can go somewhere else in the base, I don't know, if I ever feel like decorating. And since we got this thing already built, if I knew how to move my Minecraft character, we can build out the rest of this stuff pretty easily. Bang. And I can jump on top of this one, go bang, that. Cool. That's done. Let's get the glass in. I'm just going to do a line of these on each one. Probably easy to do this with a building gadget, but oh well. Hindsight is 2020. I'm only doing this so that I can actually use my my wand to fill in the rest of it. This is actually quite satisfying, building this stuff. The structural glass doesn't have a texture like the reactor glass does as well, so it's kind of difficult to see what you're doing with the connected textures. Though it is kind of nice that they are connected. So just keep in mind that you may run into issues with that. Alright, cool. The rest of the glass is going to be used for the ceiling. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need a little bit more. But that's fine. We need to now jump on the inside of the reactor. And we're going to throw these superheating elements as our base layer in here. There. Grab my wand. 2, 3, bang, 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 bang. Alright, that goes there. And then our pressurized dispersers are going to go in our 5th layer down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's 4 above, yep. And then that's where the pressure disperser. Not pressurized disturber. I have no idea what that is. But that goes there. Cool, that's that placed. And then we go glass on top again. That can go there. Nice, nice. We can go valve there, valve there. Cool. And then over here, we're going to go, let's go. Oh, actually, I'll probably do them between the boilers. All right, let's build out a second boiler. This is going to be really, really easy. I'm just going to yoink all of this stuff, or as much of it as I can. Let's put some of the glass away so I can grab the casings. And that should be nearly everything. I'm going to put my builder's gadget away. I'm going to grab my copy gadget. If I can find it, there it is. And we are going to press L on this, switch you to copy mode. We're going to go, oh, sorry. There, that's the first part. Right click, then shift right click here. That's this area copied. Select paste, and then just go to the corner of that chunk. Bang. How nice is that? All right, let's actually move where these valves are. I don't like where they are. I've got no more glass left. Alright, we did miss some, I don't think. I think that was pretty much everything though. I hope that's everything. I should be able to right click on it. Yeah, cool. If you right click on it and you see a GUI, that's a good sign. Boiler valves. Okay, I need input, output here. We're going to do input and output on this one as well. There. You two are going to move because I don't actually want you there. So that's where our sodium is going to go with this thing. Wow, this is taking a really long time to fill up with sodium. All right, we can get this mostly set up this episode, I reckon, but not completely, unfortunately, but that's fine. These boilers are going to need water in and steam out. So what I'll do is, let's just go steam is just going to get binned, to be honest with you. So let's grab ourselves a trash can. Let's grab ourselves an ultimate trash can. You can use this stuff to make yourself power. We're using the other reactor, so I don't think it's totally necessary for us to generate more RF. But should we need to, I can convert this thing into using the steam, or we can just make a bigger reactor. So this is going to have steam in it, which means I need more pressurized tubes. So these are going to go like that. And then we're going to configure these to output steam. And then we need to get water into these bad boys. So let's grab ourselves 2 sinks. Oh, I need 2 of them. And I learned over the past couple of days what the node overclockers do. So I'm going to grab those. I'm going to grab some regular overclockers. Let's grab another stack of them because we're going to need a lot of them. Cool. I'm going to grab my card holder. If I could find it. There it is. Then we're going to need a ton of fluid cards. I'm going to need 18 plus 2. So what's that? 20? Fluid card. Let's just make 20 of them. I'm not actually going to need all of the ones that are crafted, but they can go there. Let's grab our 2 sinks. I'm going to go sink there, just to kind of have it all mirrored. I can go like that. I'm going to go boiler valve here and here. These just get set to input, I'm pretty sure. Output steam, output coolant, input only. Yeah, so input doesn't really matter. I'm going to grab my nodes, just 2 of them. Right, this is going to be kind of tedious to set up. I wonder if I can do it within my card holder. If I go, I need 18 of these in a separate pile, and then can I edit the whole pile? I can. Okay. Maybe this won't be that bad. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, bunch of these. 18, which is 2 times 9. We're going to right click, insert, or rather extract, and then we're going to, actually I can't do the overclockers, which is annoying. And then these are going to be set to max, transfer out. So on the down, let's fit all of them in, and then we're going to go here, overclock, 8 buckets every tick, and we're going to do that for every single one of these. All right, cool. Then once that's done, on the downside, we're going to insert our 8 node overclockers. That allows every single one of these to operate every single tick, which is kind of OP if you ask me. We're going to go on the east side is our input. Bonk. Oh, why are you not inputting? F3G. Oh, no, F3G, F3. What's the bet I did an item input? On the east side, fluid input. There we go. And you can see this thing rapidly filling up with water. Now, mind you, if we want to push the limits of this thing, that is not going to be enough water. But I don't know any other way that is faster of generating water, right? Because this is what, 8,000 millibuckets every tick times 9. So 8,000 times 9 is 72 buckets every tick. So times that by 20. That's 1,440 buckets every second. I honestly don't know anything that will go faster than that. I don't even know what the what is it, the mechanical pipes? You have a pump rate of 32,000, so that like is, or 32 buckets a tick rather. This is significantly faster, though I can't think of any way that is better. So we might need to set up multiple sinks doing this exact same thing, but for the time being, for the starters, we're just going to go with this setup, I think. So I'm going to do the same thing on this node, and then we'll come back once I've done that. All right, cool. Now these things are filling up with water. This is just going to work like a heat transfer is like the only way to think of this. So now we just need these guys now to be operational. So we're going to set these as coolant output. Bang, your input, your set as coolant output. Really, really easy. I'm pretty sure this is a gas. So sodium actually. So all of this stuff can be done with these pipes. Now, do I like where you're placed? Not really. Let's move these valves actually. Gonna move them to here so that it's a straight pipe run rather than having a bend in it. Not that it really matters. It doesn't really affect anything. It's just aesthetically. So you're going to be set to output coolant, and then you're just set to input. Yeah, cool. pressurized tubes. Oh, there. These guys go across into this thing. Bang, bang. Really easy. All right, and then you go into here. Sweet. So this should technically work, besides the fact that we have no fuel. So how long are we into this? We're only 30 minutes recording. I can probably squeeze this into the episode. So let's go on. Let's make the fuel, right? We need to make ourselves, let's get rid of all of this stuff. Dimensional shard, I'm pretty sure we nearly finished. How much emerald blocks? I just need 3x. We're very close to getting this emerald one. Very, very close. Okay, so I won't get rid of that. But we need to make fissile fuel, which is this thing. All right, to make fissile fuel, we're going to need an isotopic centrifuge with uranium hexafluoride. These names are already kind of scary, I'm not going to lie. Okay, to make uranium hexafluoride, we need uranium oxide and hydrofluoric acid inside of a chemical infuser. Okay, that's not that hard. Uranium oxide is yellow cake uranium inside of a chemical oxidizer, and that comes from enriching uranium. Okay, that's fine, that's doable. I'm pretty sure the other side, hydrofluoric acid, we've made this stuff before. But I got rid of the setup, didn't I? How much do I have inside the system still? I'm curious. Hide. Hide. Why are you closing? Draw. Okay, we have hydrogen. Oh, we're making hydrogen chloride. I thought we were making hydrofluoric acid as well. Acid. We have sulfuric acid. We have a lot of sulfuric acid. That might be useful, right? Hydrofluoric acid comes from sulfuric acid, and fluoride. Cool. We can kind of cheese this to start with. We can totally cheese this to start with. But we're probably going to have to create some sort of production line over there, but we can totally cheat this. All right, so how difficult are you to make? Not very. Can we make ourselves an isotopic centrifuge? Let that craft up, won't take very long. Isotopic centrifuge. Let's also get ourselves a chemical tank, because we're going to buffer the fuel. Because again, this thing is going to use up a lot of it. All right, so let's go. If we're going to buffer it, we can probably just go like that. And then the centrifuge like that. And then if we look at this, we can go out the back is output, auto eject on. So that should technically work. And then we go pressurized tube from this thing. Set to pull like that. But we're not going to have you set as anything yet. Let's break that pipe. Alright, centrifuge. What do we need to put into you? You need uranium hexafluoride, so let's get ourselves a chemical infuser. What's the bet that I already have a bunch of them? Wow, we have a lot of just junk. Chemical infuser, what do you have inside of you? Water vapor. You're going to become handy later, but not right this second. Chemical infuser, what have you got? Oxygen. Again, you're going to be handy later. I think I just need to make a new one, to be honest with you guys. Let's just make a new chemical infuser. Alright, cool. So this one can go there. Yeah, that's fine. So you're going to be gas, eject, output out the back. Yeah. You're going to go output out the back. I could probably actually just flip this. If I flip it like this, bang, your energy in the back now, and then cool. So that works. On one side, so in this side here, doesn't actually really matter what side we choose. We need, what was it, uranium oxide? Yeah, uranium oxide. So let's go on with this then. How difficult is it to make uranium oxide? We need yellow cake uranium, which is inside of a chemical oxidizer, and the yellow cake uranium is made with uranium inside of an enrichment chamber. Okay, that's not that hard. Enrichment chamber number 1, chemical oxidizer. Are you guys full of stuff? You've got sulfur. You're making sulfur dioxide. What about this one? What have you got in you? Nothing. You're empty. Cool. So I can use you. Let's go like that. No, not like that. If I just place you straight on. There, cool. So now you should be directly outputting. And then this thing needs yellow cake uranium. So let's grab that enrichment chamber. To go like that. And then we grab uranium and test that this works. See. Oh, we have so much of this stuff, it's not even funny. We need to give power to all this stuff. Where's my universal cables? Universal. Bang, bang, there. And then I need another one underneath this one. There, and then a flux point. Turn you on. And this should start running, right? Hopefully you auto output. Let's go auto eject on. And then you're gonna output to the left. Yeah. Yellow cake uranium in chemical oxidizer turns into uranium oxide. Set you to auto eject on, and then you're gonna output to the left. We need to go gases though. Output left, auto eject on. Cool. And now this thing is filling up with uranium oxide. Nice. That's part 1 done. We also need to get the items over here, but we can deal with that as we go. You can go back into the system. Okay, so that's that side done. So now we need to make ourselves hydrofluoric acid, which is just sulfuric acid and fluorite. So I need a chemical dissolution chamber. I've got lots of these. What do you have in you? No, you're a chemical crystallizer. You're the wrong item. Chemical dissolution chamber. Thank you. You're full of iron. Oh, you guys are going to be all full of just like junk as well. Well, let's make a new one. Let's make one. Luckily, I have that recipe inside of the AE system. Actually, that didn't take very long at all. Okay. So let's put you, let's put some power underneath it. And then you're going to go there. So you need item and gas input. Let's do, for the time being, I've got sulfuric acid. I have that stuff. I should probably use a gas upgrade in you, can I? Yeah, I totally can. So what do I need? I need fluorite into here, and I need sulfuric acid. Let's grab another quantum entangler porter. Probably another 2 of these actually. Let's make one more. And then another interface. We're gonna go quantum entangler porter. Let's go quantum entangler porter can go, because I need items to go into this thing as well. How do I want to do this? Let's say gases are going to run down the front. I need the item to jump in here. So that means this side is free. I'm going to get a new one, which is set to, let's just call it acid. Tick. And then we're going to set you to that. Yeah, okay, you're set to acid. And then you're just going to be set to... Ooh, actually, where did I place you from? Let's break and replace you. Acid set. Okay. Gases. I want output out the right, and then everything else turned off. And then auto eject on. Alright, and then we need to get the hydrofluoric acid, which we're going to do over here. Same way we did this one. I can probably just like do this kind of, and then go push pull none on that. Oh, do we run out of sodium? We literally were here for like us running out of sodium. Okay. And then on you, gases, you're all set to outputs everywhere. Okay, so we go like that. Set you to that one. And then I want the hydrofluoric acid. Hydrofluoric. Where is it? Acid. Sulfuric acid? Oh, goodness, what do I need? Sulfuric acid. No, I was right, sulfuric acid. Okay, that's fine. That goes there. Max you out. Pipe goes there. Pull. Oh, please do not fall. So that one's full of sodium. You are nothing. Okay. So side config gases. I was on. Okay. Why are you filled up though? And why do you not have anything in you? Let's go double check over here that this machine isn't full of it already. No, it's not. Side, gases, input left, output, doesn't matter. Auto eject on. Hey, there we go. Okay, now it's got fluid in it. Nice. So are you full now? Yeah, sick. Okay, now you need fluorite. FLU. You're spelt funny. Fluorite goes in there. Nice. Alright, this is a very cheap way of doing this to start with, because I have no fluorite and no uranium over here. So how do I get this stuff over here? Probably an ender chest is probably going to be the best way, to be honest with you. Let's make some ender chests real quick. Oh, we want the cool ender chests. I want 2 of these bad boys. 1, 2. I'm going to place 1 here, and we're going to change the code. I want the cactus green. Green dye. And we want 6 of them. And we're going to set this to green, green, green. Green, green, green. Cool. And then probably with nodes is how we're going to do this. So we're going to go pull from that into you and then into that one. Nice. You're making hydrofluoric acid. You're making uranium hexafluoride. You're not auto outputting. Auto eject on. Output front. Output back. Auto eject on. Why are you not? You're probably not set to input. Input output there? No? Input output there. Why are you not accepting it? Gases. Input, input. There we go, your input output there. And then you're meant to be input. That one's output. That's making fissile fuel. And fissile fuel is ending up in here. Sweet. Everything is working. We're making power for our reactor. Except we're making an extremely slow amount of coolant. Okay. So let's start piping some of this stuff in. Like that. And then you on the top are going to be set to output auto eject. Now you're empty. And our fissile fuel is in here. Nice. Now I could technically just activate you and see what happens. Hey. Activate. Making cool noises, things are filling up. Temperature still seems kind of low, but we are generating nuclear waste, which is not a good thing yet. That's scram, turn off. Now, does this decay? I know nuclear waste itself can decay into spent nuclear waste, but I don't know if it'll do it inside of a inside of a reactor. So I don't know if leaving that in there is a bad thing or a good thing. But we can leave it there. I'm pretty sure we can just leave it there. But I don't really want to turn this thing on until we have the rest of the stuff going. So let's make it so that we're actually getting uranium over here and fluoride over here. Fluoride. We can do that pretty easily. We have already the interfaces that we need down here. Let's grab our ender chest. Ender chest is going to go there. So we need uranium. So all the ores uranium. And I want a stack of you in here. And I want fluorite. F-L-O-U. No, F-L-U-O. Right. 64 of you. I want a node. And I want a counting filter. Bang, counting filter. Counting filter is kind of a cool thing, difficult to explain, but I will try my best. So on the input side, we're going to have a counting filter that is going to have fluorite, the same items that we did, fluorite, and sulfur. No, not sulfur. What was it? Uranium. I'm thinking ahead. Sulfur's for later. And then we're going to tell it that we want a stack of this. So shift click to go up by 10s. Same with you. And this will check the inventory of the active thing. So we're going to tell it that we want 64 of fluorite and uranium. I'm actually going to add sulfur. I'm going to add sulfur because we are going to need it over there soon. And I'm pretty sure we're using this sulfur dust. There, sulfur dust. All right, so that's going to check the contents of this to make sure it has 64 of each. So then if I just set an item card here with an extract, I'm just going to add a tick. Ah, I didn't change the, we need to change this, otherwise it's just going to end up back in the system. We need to change this to green, 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 and we should see it starting to pile up. There we go. Bang, we'll just max this out. Cool, stack of each, nice. I can do the same thing here with sulfur dust. I'm pretty sure we're still making this somewhere, aren't we? Where are my pulverizers that I had with it? There, and there they are. Yeah, cool, we're still making sulfur dust, that's fine. Cool, so now this ender chest should have constantly 64. If I pull out a stack, there you go. You can see it is now being, you know, restocked. That is exactly what we want it to do, so that we will never not have this stuff over there. It's just easier than running this cable all the way out over there and just being really ugly. It's the same way of just kind of having an interface kind of set up. Alright, so that works. Now I'm pretty sure if we just set on the downside item extract and then just an insert on both of these on the down, we shouldn't need to filter it. Shouldn't need to. It shouldn't break. Should see this being, yeah, filling up. Same with you. Why are you not filling up? Yeah, you are. Cool. Let's just set another one on this downside to extract 8 a tick. There, and then we'll chuck in another node overclock. So both of these can be running at the same time. Alright. So now you're full of that and you're full of that. I can't tell how we're doing on hydrofluoric acid. We're going to have to kind of keep a monitor on it. It's over here. Sulfuric acid, sorry. Are we empty of it already? Are we really? Oh, we totally are. It's because this thing's full of it, though. Alright, yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye on this stuff so that it doesn't run out. Actually, you know what? We're going to set that up. Well, let's have all of this set up before the end of the episode here. Alright, so we need to get sulfuric acid into this thing. Sulfuric acid, how do we make you? We need water vapor and sulfur trioxide. Water vapor is easy because that's just a rotary deconcentrator in water. So let's go. I also need another one of these things or whatever it's called. Chemical infuser. Chemical infuser. It's probably one of these. Not the oxygen one. Yeah, water vapor one. Let's place the water vapor one here. Not forget to hook it up to power. So it's already got one of the things that it needs in it. And then we're going to set that actually to input that through the face. So brown input through the face, which is 2, and then the red input. You're actually going to be gas. Oh, goodness. Items. No, not items. Gases, so is what we want to do. Brown input, or orange input, I guess it is, through the face. Red input on that side, and then this is going to be output through the left side. So it's going to output directly into this thing. Now you need sulfur trioxide into you. Now actually we need to get the water in here, which is a rotary condensator. Rotary condensator. You're all filled with water already. Remember we had all of this set up like a couple episodes back, so it's really not that difficult. Gases, output right. There is no gas input, it's a fluid input, and the fluid input comes from wherever. So we can put a sink there, and I need my mechanical pipes. So sink there. Mechanical pipe, and then we're gonna go extract. You're now full, you have no power though. And we had, yeah, gas through the front. Alright, cool. This should all technically work with water vapor. So now we just need sulfur trioxide, which needs sulfur dioxide, and oxygen, which is this one. So let's break you. And then for this one, just to make it real compact, we'll place it like this. Side config gases, we're going to output out the back. And then we'll just go input left, input right. Yeah, let's do that. Oxygen. Pretty sure we have a ton of oxygen. I can probably just quantum and tag report the oxygen as well over. So let's go left side is orange, and that means right side is red. Does it have to be right side? Probably doesn't have to be right side, but that's fine. And the sulfur dioxide comes from a chemical oxidizer, which is already this one. Goes there. And then I'm going to need another node on this one. On the down needs an... Ooh, I need an item cards. On the downside is going to have an insert, and then we link you to that. Should see you filling up with sulfur dust already. We need to get power to these machines. Alright, that goes there. Oh, you're turning into sulfur dioxide. You're doing that. You're turning into trioxide. Alright, you're filling up with sulfuric acid. Nice. Let's turn you off. Just for the time being, because this thing's already got sulfuric acid in it. We don't need to use it straight away. So you can just kind of buffer it. So that does that. Which means you just need oxygen now, which you are running out of quite rapidly. How much oxygen do we have stored? I'm pretty sure we're generating a surplus of oxygen. And if we're not, something's wrong. Yeah, we have a ton of oxygen. Well, it's not a surplus though. It is not a surplus. It is barely, oh, is it? I think we are actually very slowly generating a surplus. Okay, so if that's going to be the case, 2 more quantum entangler quarters. I need another interface. Probably don't need to do all of this with interfaces, but why not, hey? That one can go there. You're going to stock oxygen. Nope. There, oxygen. 4's the max. I need my 2 quantum entangler porters. Bang. I've already got one set to O2. Means that's not necessary. If I've already got one set to O2, then I can just do that. Over here. I'll just go U and then set U to O2. And then side config, gases left, yep. And then I placed U from here, so gases output auto eject on. Cool, now you're filled up with oxygen. Nice. All of this stuff is very loud. How many machines do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 times 4 is 36. So that's 16. I just need another. What is it? 20. And let's make all of these machines be quiet. Oh, silence. Sweet, sweet silence. Oh, how good is that? Let's enjoy the Minecraft music. All of these are already silenced. How compact and neat is this setup though, just quietly? We will probably need to upgrade all of these though with like speed and stuff, because I don't think we are generating enough of this stuff. Must be like 1 millibucket a tick. I don't know how fast it is though. So what if we grab like a bunch of upgrades and just upgrade the heck out of everything? How expensive is this going to be power wise, I wonder? Speed. I've already got a bunch of you. You go speed, you go speed, you go speed. Speed, speed. Upgrade. Let's just make like another 60. Doesn't hurt to have this stuff. We do end up using it quite often. Okay, so all of these are sped up then. If that's the case, that's fine by me. So that means now we need efficiency upgrades, or we need the gas upgrades actually, because you're expensive on gas, and so is this one. You're already upgraded though, aren't you? No, it's not that one, it's the sulfur one. You're expensive on gas. You've already got it. Cool. So now it's just efficiency then. What is it called? Energy upgrades. Energy upgrade. Let's just make like another 60 of you as well. Doesn't hurt. And grab an extra like 2 stacks of this. Alright. Efficiency. Efficiency, efficiency, efficiency. And then I'm pretty sure the rest of these should already have them in there. All right. So how much of you are we generating now? Pretty good amount. That sounds like a good amount to me. Probably more than what we're actually going to end up using, but there is quite a bit of a backlog. And my question is, how expensive are you? Oh, it's not that bad. It's using about 200,000 every little bit though, just to fill everything up. I just need to keep an eye on this thing that we don't run out of sulfuric acid, which we are running out of very slowly. But hey, that's a reactor setup done, which is cool. I kind of want to get the output stuff sorted before then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this AFK'd just until we fill this coolant tank up with sodium. And then next episode we'll come back and we'll deal with like the waste production or the waste processing. But yeah, I feel like that's probably a long but good episode. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, so if anyone of you is still watching, thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you all on the next one. Peace.